The defendant then grabbed the victim and threw her onto a bed and was continuing to interrogate her about who she had at the residence. He then pulled down his pants and underwear to his knees, exposing himself. That he then tried to rape her.
My client is the victim.
I'll tell you what it sounds like to me. He's intending on getting the upper hand. He goes over there. He knows that if he calls the police, she's in violation, I'm not.
Things get wild today. This one's straight out of a crime thriller. We've got an obsessed ex accused of breaking into a woman's home, ripping the door off the hinges, and crossing every possible line while under a no-contact order. Instead of taking responsibility, he turns the hearing into a jealous interrogation, demanding to know who she was seeing. Judge Simpson catches on quick, breaking down his story and exposing every hole in his I'm the victim routine. You can actually watch this guy's confidence fall apart in real time. I mean, it's almost cinematic. The real question is, do you guys think this dude should walk free? Because if he does, I think he would be a real threat. But let's dive in here and see what happens.
And good afternoon again, Your Honor. Miles Drew on behalf of Mr. Busick, who's approaching my right. And can you please state your name for the record?
Ryan Michael Busick? All right, thank you. Go ahead. This is your motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, people are going to be requesting our original request of a $50,000 cash surety bond. In this case, defendant was granted a PR bond. However, the facts of this case are extremely concerning to people. In this case, the defendant went to the victim's residence and was almost interrogating her and accusing her of infidelity. He banged on the door, was told to leave by her. He then forced his way into the home, breaking the door. Officers, when they arrived, saw a broken drywall. The door was off the frame. The lock, the deadbolt was still in the lock position. After entering the house, the defendant then grabbed the victim and threw her onto a bed and was continuing to interrogate her about who she had at the residence. He then pulled down his pants and underwear to his knees, exposing himself, and she stated that he then tried to rape her. While this was happening, he was continuing to interrogate her about infidelity. She was then able to kick the defendant, run away out of the room, and exit the home, where she began to yell for help. Neighbors heard her calling for help. After that, the defendant then proceeded to chase her down and tried to stop her by grabbing her arm, causing her to fall. Law enforcement arrived shortly after, and in the videos, you see that they both, it was raining, and they were both covered in rain, I guess water, I don't know. But it's very concerning, especially given that there was the broken door. And then not only after that, when he gets into custody, one of the two calls he makes, while one of them was prior to bond conditions, it was concerning to the people, given that in that call, he continues that line of interrogation of accusing her of cheating and infidelity on the jail calls. And then the next day, when he's arraigned, after he's arraigned, he calls her again, violating his bond. And it just seems, especially given these emails that we received yesterday, he has this obsessive disposition with his victim, and it's very concerning to people given the facts of this case and his actions after this case occurs. So at this time, we're going to be re-requesting our $50,000 request, and believe that a personal recognizance bond was an abuse of discretion, Your Honor.
Ms. Rhodes.
And Your Honor, we would admit that there was a call that occurred on the jail line, the one call that is a violation of the court's bond conditions for the no contact. I would note that all the allegations the prosecutor has gone over as it relates to the bond violations were prior to me being retained as counsel. Mr. Busick's a lifelong resident of Ypsilanti. He has a clean ICHAP that I've seen, meaning he has no priors and accordingly no capious history. While this is a very serious charge, and Mr. Busick does contest the allegations and is serious about facing them as evidenced by retaining counsel, I would note that there was no injuries or medical treatment and that Mr. Busick did comply with police officers. While I'm not here